Hey, my name is Bill. I got a request for the best beef Wellington. So I went to work and I created this fantastic dish, I hope, with a few shortcuts. This will really impress your friends, make a great intimate dinner, whatever you want. I also realized the other day that I like to cook, and it's part of, my therapy. But for a lot of people, they don't want to be in the kitchen cooking, especially how their house is set up, why they got guests over. So I'm actually going to try this for the first time. I'm going to do this as a do-ahead. We're going to all put together, and then when you're ready, you're going to throw it in the oven and bake it. And I think it's going to come out really, really well. So I called my friends at Wassey's Meat Market, and I said I needed a real special piece of tenderloin, and it's about 1.5 pounds. You probably want 1.5 to 1.5, 1.25, somewhere sort of small. And this is a prime cut, fresh cut this morning, and this is absolutely beautiful piece of meat. And I got my pan nice and hot over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to sear it on all sides really, really quick. And a little bit of olive oil. The olive oil's already making funny colors, so I know it's pretty toasty hot. So what I'm going to do is get this in here. And it's kind of square, so we're going to sear it on all sides. It's actually a little bigger piece than I was expecting, but it's perfect and beautiful. And I can make leftovers out of it if we don't eat it all. But this is probably good for 4 people. So just want to get some seared one here. Just switch it around, make sure it's not sticking. I'm not worried about flavoring the meat. That's really going to come later when we put everything together. I get a nice little color there. I want to stand back because I'm getting a little splatter here. Like I said, all we're trying to do is we're trying to sear the outside. Like that. Like I said, it's pretty square. See, there's just a little bit of brown going on there. Moving around. And this is kind of interesting because ultimately beef Wellington is roasted in a puff pastry, and so we got to get everything chilled back down and put back together. The oil will make my skin nice and clean. Or soft or something, I don't know. And remember, this is a prime piece of tenderloin. Choice is the next step down. There's no such thing as Choice Plus or all these names they make up. But if you really want to have a good meal, and yeah, this is like a $60 piece of meat, but it's also 4 people. If you were to take those 4 people out to dinner, shit, that'd be gone in seconds. Alright. Wow. Pan's staying nice and hot. You can see we're still getting good sear there. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wash my glasses after this. Oh yeah. See that color? Isn't that beautiful? Quick sear. This is the part, this is the trick everyone else forgets, is that there's 6 sides to a box. So what I need to do, I'm going to have to hold it. I just want to get a little bit of sear on the end. That quick. We do the sear to seal in the meat, the juices. Alright. Well, look, I had a dish that fit perfectly. So, this is ready to go in the fridge. So now we gotta make what I call a filling, but it's really where all the flavor comes from. Turned it down, I want it to cool down just a little bit. And what I have here, I got some mushrooms, and I've chopped them. They're not really just sliced or quartered like I usually do. And you should have enough residual olive oil. I always got my olive oil over there just in case. But I'm also adding about 2 tablespoons of butter. Want to wilt the mushrooms and get all the liquid out. And this is about half a pound of mushrooms. I bought a 12-ounce package and I left a couple out. I think two smaller ones. So I'm going to get these mushrooms going. Alright, while they're cooking down, get the old pepper mill. This pepper is really the only flavor. I could have put it on the beef, but I really didn't want to have that as part of the sear, so I'm putting it in with the mushroom mixture. And I'm going to take about half a teaspoon of thyme. This is just dried thyme. I'm in big trouble. I made a mess out of stuff. Could have done that on the grill also, but I really wanted to sear it really hot. Olive oil, so I just thought in a pan would be better. Because the mushrooms are cut so small, all the liquid is evaporating out. Turn it just a little more, turn it up, just. You really have to take pity on my hands, I really do abuse them. Okay, mushrooms are getting nice and soft and they're actually, the liquid's cooking out now. So now's the time. So I've got a couple cloves of garlic and a couple of good sized shallots that I minced up real nice. I always feel like I'm making something fancy when I use shallots. Like I'm going to buy it like for really cool things. Most of the time, I would just substitute. So I get everything wilted, make sure we get all the liquid evaporated out. Having fun so far, right? Make sure I get all the excess liquid out of here. Everything cooked and wilted. So I don't know if you've ever tried doing this before. It's really not that scary, as you can see. You have to know a little bit about baking technique, which we'll cover when we get all this ready. But for now, the biggest thing is, once we get this done, we're going to cool it down, throw it in a bowl, get it in the fridge, and I want to get everything down, you know, at room temperature or a little less, so it doesn't mess with my pastry dough. And then we'll come back and put it all together. And hopefully, I'm going to have a really good dinner tonight. I rode my bike this morning, so I'd be hungry and ready. See, everything's wilted. I'm really looking for extra liquid because I don't want it to mess up. It'll create steam, and the steam will destroy the pastry shell. Sit for a second, just look carefully. All I see is once again, it smells really good. It's really going to make that beef taste awesome. Alright, turn this off. Just got a bowl here. Dish this up. It goes in the refrigerator. So I'm going to finish putting this all together, and I'm going to come back and we're going to make a really, really good beef Wellington. See you in about 20 minutes after this cools. All right, so I got everything chilled out. So I bought a frozen puff pastry shell, a whole lot easier. And basically what you want to do is you want to give it time, minimal time to thaw. You don't want to get it to room temperature because it'll just get weird on you. So all I did was I took my trusty rolling pin. Good rolling pin is great. And I just want to make sure I roll it out, especially because, you know, it's folded into thirds. So if you don't roll it and kind of seal the seams, it could break at the seams when we try to put it together. So that's done. So now what I have, I've got my cold piece of beef, and what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of Dijon mustard. Put on top here. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the back of my spoon and just let that be on all sides. Bottom's not going to have anything on it, it's okay. This is going to be the flavor that cooks in. And then all I want to do is I want to take my mixture here, like I just said, and try to get it all around. And like I said, everything is cooled down, so we're not going to mess up our pastry shell here. And remember, you want stuff on the ends too, and when we seal it up, it'll be there. Made way too much of this, but that's how I do it, so that I know I have enough. Okay, here's for the fun part. Let's push this all kind of together.
So I needed to know what size I have. I'm going to offset, I'll just do a little bit here. So all I want to do is I'm going to seal it on the top, and I want to seal it on the sides. Now I don't want a huge amount of extra pastry shell, so I'm going to crimp it on the sides like this. Got it sealed on top. I just want to push on the sides a little bit to seal it. Then what I'm going to do is I've got a little egg wash. I don't know if you ever worked with egg wash, but you just get a little bit on a fork, just basically make a little seal. I'm going to kind of egg wash around. This is just one egg that I beat. Seal it up. Don't use a spoon because a spoon gets you way too much. You just want more room. Add some color. That's all. What are you going to do with all that extra? So, real simple. And a little bit. I have pizza cutter. I'm going to go zip. Other side. Zip. That's it. Perfect. So perfectly sealed that is. It's just what we want. Now last but not least, while the dough is soft, I just want to poke some vent holes in it. And on top, just gingerly vent holes. And then, like I said, this is what we're going to do for the head stuff. So my goal and objective here is I'm going to put it in this glass dish. I have a spatula here because it'd be really hard to pick up. Place it in here. Cover it. Nice and moist. You can see it's nice and sealed. I've got some vent holes. As soon as we get this in the refrigerator, this thing will just be ready for whenever you're ready to cook it. Like I said, it's going to be, you're going to put about 425 and going to take about 45 minutes. So hopefully this is exactly what you wanted me to make and show you, and hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and comment. Have a great day.